Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, so today we are back again with yet another Alliance War video. This is war number 3 and it is against GT40. So needless to say, GT40 is the strongest Alliance War alliance and we have beaten them in the past, but it's always a tough uphill battle. And yeah, it kind of sucks matching them super early in the season because that means that we can match them at the end of the season again, which is likely something that is going to happen yet again. Um, it is quite common that we end up matching them twice a season. Either way, this war I'm going to be going in with Kingpin, Diablo, and Iron Man Infinity War. Kingpin and Iron Man Infinity War are rank 5s, and Diablo is rank 4. But we are going to be using a Diablo for a boss fight. And the boss fight is going to be up against a rank 5 6-star Korg. And that should be quite interesting. This is the first boss this season that I'm taking. Last season, I believe I took 4 bosses, so not too bad. And let's get to it. Now, luckily, again, all my fights lined up where I could do them in one fell swoop, in one nice kind of like run, so I did not need to double boost. I absolutely love the wars when that happens, when I don't have to fight early to open up like a middle section or something. And in the first fight, I am going up against this Immortal Abomination. It's a rank 4 I-Bomb, and I'm going to be using my rank 5 Kingpin, and this fight is just going to be an absolute, well, it's going to take like 20 seconds. So you can see that first combo here, nothing too special. We get in a few crits. Second combo, sweet. 2 combos, and with Kingpin's increased combat power rate, I get to my level 1. I drop that, at which point Immortal Abomination here is down already below 50%. Drop another combo, and now we have 4th combo. Finish with a level 1. So basically 4 combos, 2 level 1s. And the fight is over in 21 seconds. So yeah, that poor Immortal Abomination got absolutely nuked. No chance there. I love my Kingpin. And he's also whitelisted. It's awesome. Now, he's not particularly compatible with the defensive tactic, I suppose, but the defensive tactic isn't particularly potent anyways. Next up, against Cersei, and I actually was somewhat worried about this fight, because Cersei typically always catches me with a special attack or something goes wrong. Cersei is one of those champions where if you have something like Rintra or Tigra, you can absolutely nuke. Or if you're using virtually anything else, it can be rough. And here I need to be careful. We have obviously Hazard Shift and One-Eyed Open, and I need to watch out for her glancing ability. So in this fight, they decided that one of the more important things is not to lose the spacing battle. So I will hit her block quite often, especially while she has her glance mechanic up. And that is just to make sure that I don't get cornered, and obviously that I deal plenty of damage. Now, I will not be trying to hit her too much whilst the glancing is active. At the same time, I can gain power from like my level 1s and stuff whilst glancing is active to activate those level 1s, just like I did as it's about to expire. Unfortunately here, my special re-triggered glancing, even though I had ability accuracy reduction active on Cersei. But slowly but surely, we haven't made any real mistakes. We haven't taken any massive hits on the block. I did lose 6% health due to some of the straggling shocks or whatever debuffs sticking on me. But other than that, I mean, like in general, the fight went well. That was about as good of a Cersei fight as I have had. Now we have Bishop. And in this fight, I need to make sure they only hit him in the shock phase, because Infamous Iron Man's immune to shock and incinerate whilst he has armor up active. And I also want to make sure that I do not have an active shock placed on Bishop when he's throwing special attacks, because then it would still let his specials be unblockable. Realistically, I should have pushed him to level 2, but that's fine. Here I do make a slight mistake, get clipped twice, but invulnerability boost was still active from the previous fight. I dropped my first level 2 whilst he only had just over bar of power. so it doesn't deal that much damage. At the same time, the longer this fight goes, the more energy vulnerabilities we have active, and the more damage I do, and that bishop is just gonna go down in a second. So here I'm gonna block in another level 1. Obviously, no problem about that, because I don't need to worry about the incinerate that bishop has on his level 1s, and job's done there. So fairly straightforward fight. Infamous Iron Man always absolutely nukes down those. And now next up, I need to go and deal with the final boss. So a relatively brief war for me. Fight-wise, definitely not the largest amount of fights, but I am fine with that because I do get to fight the boss. And fighting the boss, obviously, is always a bit stressful, especially because this time when I took a look, it is a rank 5 boss. I don't remember exactly whether I have taken a rank 5 Korg before, but I highly doubt it. So I think this is my first rank 5 Korg boss that I deal with, or first rank 5 boss period, I think. And I do have guidance, even though it's not going to matter too much. But the most important thing here is the fact that I have Kingpin Synergy. And Kingpin Synergy makes all my poisons into passives. Therefore, I don't need to keep an eye on his rock stacks ever. He's not going to be shrugging off any of my poisons. And I also activated Nullify Pre-Fight to get rid of his buffs. Because for each buff active on Korg, he gains 50% attack, which could be quite dangerous. And obviously, I can benefit from Mystic Dispersion. I also changed my masteries. I applied Liquid Courage Double Edge. I still have Mystic Dispersion active. And now we can get into the fight. I put on some Mystic Boost as well. So the plan is relatively simple. Drop a couple of level 1s, benefit from the nullifies, and then build up to level 3. And then with the nullify pre-fight, nullify the buffs that I place on him myself, spam some level 2s, refresh my poisons, and just deal good damage overall. So here we can see, take a few hits into the block. I believe this is the last time I'm actually gonna get touched in a block as well, because I just wanted to kind of get started in the fight, because I'm quite used to it fighting Korg. Here we can see there's that full dexing, the special attacks, unlike the first one where I did block a couple of hits. And now his specials are unblockable, so I have no choice. But due to Battlegrounds and due to Korg being Battlegrounds go-to defender in most metas, to be honest, I'm relatively comfortable fighting Korgs, especially if I don't need to do the whole light intercept thing. Not the best, not the worst at light intercepting with random champions like Hercules against Korgs, but if I can play freely, if I can intercept with mediums and stuff like that, I'm really not that fast about Korg. So at this point, we're already back up to 96% health, and we're actually going to finish with a perfect yellow bar. So activate my level 3. Have some poisons there. So now I have 13 poisons, but we are still nullifying his buffs as well. So I refresh my poisons, and the 14 poisons are dealing a significant amount of damage. So another level 2, which is a bit wasteful because he still had the charges active. Now I'm going to get rid of the rest of his charges, throw in another level 2, take that recall damage, but we can see that I am healing quite quickly. And I heal back up to a perfect full yellow bar at the time Korg drops dead. So that was quite a nice boss fight. You can see 1 minute 46 for a rank 5 Korg boss, 70 hits, not bad at all. And that poison damage is just so good. It's just undeniable. So after level 3, so let's check out on Korg's health as soon as we finish at level 3. So 3 minutes 41 seconds left. So 70% of this Korg is going to go down. How quickly? So it was 341 by the time my level 3 finished. And now my second level 2, not bad. And now my final level 2. And here we go. So it was basically 11. So 30 seconds to get rid of 70% of that Korg's health after level 3. When Diablo gets that level 3 off, man, everything just dies. It's such a beauty to watch. So he has 675k health. So, what 70% of it is like, what, 450k health, 400 some k health in 30 seconds? Not too bad. Quite like that. Quite like that. Not gonna lie. That was one of those times when, again, Diablo is just an absolute beast. And just a quick reminder, I didn't necessarily rank up Diablo because I wanted to. It's one of my officers asked me to a couple seasons ago because he was great with the previous tactic. And Diablo has been definitely putting in a ton of work in war. In the course of last 3 or so seasons, he definitely has been the overall MVP for me personally. So yeah, not my favorite character, but it's undeniable of how powerful he can be, especially dealing with some tricky fights and bosses. Now, unfortunately, we lost to GT40. It's not like a major surprise. They had a good war. They gave away 2 deaths, which obviously means that there is a way to beat them. But we died 5 so far. We're probably gonna die. Like, we might die another time or 2 because we still have 17 fights to clear. So the first war was awful with 9 deaths. Second war was better with 3. Now this third one, we are currently at 5, so it's gonna be somewhere in the middle. We just need to clean up our act. A lot of very, very silly, stupid deaths. And, it's on us. It's not the planning issue, it's nothing else. It's just we're making some silly, stupid, childish mistakes. And it's, costing us. And if in the first war we somehow magically got lucky and actually won that war, then, it was quite obvious that in this war, ain't gonna fly like that because GT40 isn't gonna give away a ton of deaths at the end. And I do hope that we clean up our act for the remainder of the season because, improved rewards, they are significantly juicier. And it would be nice to get somewhere in top 3. But in order for us to be able to do that, we definitely have to play better. Anyways, let me know how your season is going, guys, and I will catch you soon. Bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information